Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
You find yourself in a tavern.
Yo, we should have checked for traps.
I knew he forgot something.
I think I can reason with him.
You killed his father.
Can I have sex with it?
You could certainly try.
I'm gonna touch a sword.
Don't touch the sword!
The child is evil, right?
Obviously.
I could cast Fireball.
Always cast fireball.
All right, roll for it. Welcome to Friday Night Quests. I'm your host, Jay Jones. This week we're kicking off the first part of a special interlude adventure run by Mike Christensen, with myself, Andrew Dickinger, and Niels-Christian as players. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, what is this story about? It doesn't seem to be a misadventure following Gormo and friends, nor is it a parable or tale being told by Stu Wellington to a few scared orphans. So what is it? Well, I'm here to tell you that this is in fact a very key part of the Velvet League story. You see, listeners, this is how the end begins.
On the material plane, a shadow rolls across the countryside, nearly half a mile across in each direction. It seems to be cast by no clouds. Those who stand directly beneath the shadow as it passes feel their blood run cold. Some who pass under the shadow vanish, never to be heard from again. Few know this shadow's nature, and those few have found their way to a fortress, a stronghold near the shadow's current location, manned by servants of death. Deep in the halls of a black obsidian keep, a tall, tan man with short-cropped brown hair and a full brown goatee wields a spear as he cuts down his enemies. He wears well-crafted leather armor customized to have less protection over his arms to afford more mobility as he moves quickly, his 7-foot-long spear an extension of his arm as he moves through the crowd of cultists. Behind him, another man, a half-elf, wearing a nice shift that used to be white, now off-white with a few holes, worn, as many of his clothes are. His slicked-back hair hanging in front of his eyes as he points a crossbow, embedded with precious stones. Magic pours from the crossbow, obliterating an enemy. Dante Thundertree and Aedoro have found their way to their target. And behind them steps a woman. Blonde hair pulled back in a bun with a small crystal hairpin. She wears a plain black form-fitting uniform. Visible across her left hand are white wraps around her palm, running up beneath the uniform. Her right arm is missing, all the way up to the shoulder, a souvenir of the past 2 years. Her sleeve is tailored back and hangs empty, where her upper arm would be. The second has finally reached her goal. The three of them cut down the humans, attacking them with daggers and swords, making quick work of them. They move through the fortress, following a map, till they come to a pair of iron doors, embossed with a coat of arms. The coat of arms is divided by a pair of diagonal lines. On one half is the image of a skull. On the other, the image of a broken chain. They push the doors open and reveal a swirling gray field. One by one, they step through. As they enter the shadow, they feel their bodies stretch and warp. And then they are themselves again, standing in the same room that they just left. But the room is different. The bodies of their fallen foes are gone. The torches are dark. But in what little light is cast by the portal, the room seems to be nearly devoid of color, almost as if all semblance of life has been drained away.
All right, gentlemen, welcome to the Shadowfell. It seems as terrible as once I left it before.
Wait, you were here before?
Yes, I've traveled to the Shadowfell, unfortunately, a few more times than I'd like. It always looks just terrible. Well, that was a little bit easier than I thought it would be, so at least we're making pretty good time. How is everyone feeling?
I don't know. It's strange here. I don't feel very comfortable without the sun on my face.
It's kind of dark.
Yeah, it's going to be very dark here for the next... honestly, I don't really know how the time works here.
What time is it?
I don't know. I don't believe they have time here in the Shadowfell. But we are low on time in which we have before someone might find out what's happened to this gate, this fortress outside. We have a limited few hours before they find out that their human companions have, companions, I use that term loosely. We need to get to this castle as quickly as possible.
All right, well, I think we should execute the plan. The plan seems pretty sound.
Yes, the plan is... Aedoro, would you mind recapping real quick?
So we will acquire one of the giant vultures. You will cast invisibility on all of us, including the vultures.
That's right.
We'll fly up and above the tower. Meanwhile, I will go low and inspect the guard tower that's right above the library and see if there's anyone there that we need to dispatch so no alarms will be sounded. And then immediately afterwards, we call all of us down and we dispatch whoever we need to and then enter the library.
Mike, what can we see in front of us where we're standing?
Right now, it's just a fortress, and the hallway leads down.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be any light source in here other than the light being cast through the portal.
So we're outside of the fortress? Or
No,
we're
you
in
guys
the
are still
fortress?
inside.
We're still inside the fortress. Okay. So we need to make it to the other way to potentially find where these riding vultures are.
So where are we inside the fortress?
You guys are not on this map yet.
Oh, okay.
You guys are still on the ground.
Got it.
Because the castle floats high in the sky.
Are these vultures friendly?
I doubt that they'll be friendly. They are probably not prone to being kind to humans.
Or we can get one to fly us somewhere?
Well, we're going to try.
All right.
So, I guess from what we see straight ahead, do we see any creatures or anybody else in this fortress, or does it seem empty?
Make a perception check.
I have advantage.
Cast daylight.
I have advantage because of my robes. I only got a...
Just right out of the bag.
It's dark here.
13.
13, you hear some shuffling sounds from down the hall. That's about it.
Well, I think we need to move as quickly as possible, so we should just get going.
Okay.
We're under a time.
Aedoro, do you want to take point?
I'll take point. I think you should be in the back, and Dante should be in the middle.
I am very sneaky, so I don't know if maybe I should take point.
Wait, are you very sneaky?
I pull my hood up of my cloak.
Oh,
Yes.
and then the cloak kind of envelops you in shadow and
Out
stuff?
of character, yes. I have high sneak dexterity.
I thought you were
and
just...
anyone gets disadvantage against seeing me, and I have advantage against stealth. So,
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I am very sneaky.
That's why I got this.
Well, it looks great. So, yes. Do you want to, Aedoro, do you want to take point? I'll stand back here, and Dante, do you want to kind of fish out what we can see out there?
Scout ahead, maybe?
Yeah.
All right. So we start moving down.
Mm-hmm. As you guys follow the hall, you come across a large circular room, and you have seen the counterpart to this room. This room is this fortress, exactly the same as the one you just left.
It's just mirrored.
It not even mirrored. It is the same layout. It is just this weird sort of pale version.
Like all the color and happiness has been pulled out of it.
And it wasn't an especially happy
as
place
happy
the
as
first
the fortress
time,
can be.
But even as you're looking around and, with your... do you have any light sources?
I didn't currently.
Because there's no light in these halls.
Oh, so we're in pitch black right now.
Right. And
So then
Dante has his half-elven blood gives him...
I also have light. I can cast it on something.
So I would have a... You can cast light on something?
Yeah.
Like on an object?
What
Yeah.
weapon? What's your
Can
weapon?
you cast a light on my spear?
Yeah, let me get there. I was asking what weapon you have, and I was going to say I just grab your spear and go, hold it, and it just starts glowing.
So Dante reaches out and grabs Aedoro's spear.
Gently and lovingly.
Yeah. And the tip begins to glow.
Boys, it's not time for this.
And even as the
haven't
light...
seen each other in
Even
years.
as the light is reflecting on yourselves, it seems like there's not as much color to your own forms. Everything here seems to just have this different feel, like the image has been washed.
Not a fan of this place, I
We're
gotta
in
be honest.
Pleasantville, guys. we gotta make the lich fall in love again.
It's more like you're in Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Where it's got that weird sort of filter on everything.
Gotcha.
As you guys approach, you see a large cylindrical room where there are many passageways out. You guys know the route out of here, but inside, where last time you'd seen some guards, you see about 6 forms. They all seem to be wearing just tattered rags. Their flesh is bone white. They have long, sharp fingers like claws, and these sort of ravenous mouths as these long venom-like tongues lap around their faces.
Ooh.
And they just seem to be moving around the room.
I immediately call to arms and ready my weapon.
I'd like to roll Arcana on these creatures.
Sure.
Natural 20.
Oh, okay.
You recognize these. These are ghouls, undead creatures driven by a hunger for human flesh.
Yes, I suspected these little bastards might be here. So, they are not particularly, from what I remember, Mike, they're not particularly heavily durable. They have regeneration. They are formidable, but they're like, what from a natural 20 do I know? Can they regenerate? Do I know they have particular weaknesses?
They can't regenerate. But they do have a lot of immunities.
Okay. With a natural 20?
With a natural 20, you know that they can't be charmed, exhausted, or poisoned.
They cannot be poisoned.
Do you know any vulnerabilities they have?
Do they have any vulnerabilities?
You don't, actually.
Okay. So, but I know that they're fairly formidable in close range, or do they like to keep their distance?
No, they're close range creatures.
And they don't have spell casting or
claws and their
anything?
bites. No.
So these creatures are going to come at us very fast. They're very
You
close.
also know, as you're looking at them, that there is one that doesn't look like the others. And you notice that a lot of them have sort of rags on, sort of tattered clothes. One of them seems to be wearing like a properly maintained uniform. A black leather uniform. And as you look at it, it's scanning the room in a much more human gaze. You would know with a natural 20 that this is what's known as a ghast. A certain type of ghoul that has a bit more...
Intelligence?
A little more intelligence.
Would it be kind of easy to consider that this is like the leader of their group?
Most likely.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to have any other weapons on it. It's not like it's carrying...
And are we peering at this down into like a courtyard, or like where?
No, you're on their level.
Oh, they're directly in front of us. Have they spotted us
yet? Are we in
like
a hallway, or are we just in like...
You guys are still in a hallway, and this room is ahead of you. So you guys are still in the darkness.
They haven't spotted us.
Well, I have a glowing spear. Have they spotted us yet?
As you're getting closer, I will need you guys to make stealth checks, and you're going to make yours with disadvantage.
Okie dokie.
So let's make some stealth checks. Well, before we do
this,
this,
like the immediate
real
glance
quick,
that you're
we
seeing
spot them. I stop both of you. All right. It looks like there's about 6 of them ahead. One of them seems to be a higher ranked commander. We need to split and take down this party as fast as possible. Aedoro, can you go for the bigger one?
I'll go for the leader.
Let me go first.
Go for I've heard tales of you having a particular potency for small groups of creatures.
I start like whispering into my crossbow, and it starts glowing.
Okay, Aedoro, let's let him do this one bit, and then let's head in. I'll follow behind the two of you. If there are any remaining, I'll engage as well.
I think because my spear is glowing as well, I can afford an appropriate distraction. So they will likely focus for me first.
Mike, do we see, like, that outside of these 6, do we see that there might be, like, any other guards or anybody around? Because we don't want to alert other people to warn the castle that we're coming.
You don't. You remember that this is sort of like the main room that you guys had your biggest fight in previously. Very, very high ceiling. So there's like light casting down into this room. And, there's some sort of, like, basically sunroof or whatever the term is. What's the term I'm looking for? Window. Ceiling window.
Yeah, like it's like an open atrium.
Skylight is what I was looking for. There's a skylight above you.
Ceiling window.
I like ceiling window. Well, in the Shadowfell, it's a ceiling window. Yeah, it's a skylight.
Skylight isn't quite the right word.
All right. Well,
I really do need you guys to make those perception checks.
Okay,
actually.
fair enough.
Those stealth checks, rather.
Stealth checks, yeah, sure.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
18.
21.
13.
Okay. As you guys are talking and you guys turn back, you look and you realize, this glowing spear is a bit of an issue. But even then, you see the ghast, the larger one, or rather the more upright one, saying, 2 men. After them. It seems that he also saw Dante.
But they have disadvantage against seeing.
Oh, you're right that he does. So let's see if he... you know what? Actually, no. I'm sorry, because he has disadvantage against you. He only sees the glowing spear.
The glowing spear.
So
he thinks a ghost is coming after them.
No, that wouldn't worry him. He sees,
it's just Jerry. Jerry, get over here.
But they do see an enemy, and they begin to charge, and I would like everybody to roll for initiative.
Oh, yeah.
And I say, just as planned.
Oh, that was actually pretty good. 19 for the second.
12 for Aedoro.
I got 18.
Nicely done.
How many are coming at us? Because
Dante.
he said there's only one.
There's
does he
5,
feel like...
There's 5 and 1.
But does he feel like all 5 are going to kill this one, or did he only send one our way?
You won't know until just now because they actually rolled a natural 20 on their initiative, so they're actually acting first.
Well, they also, he said after them. I'm assuming he's sending all...
He's sending his forces. Yeah.
The second sees them running at them and like peers down at the glowing spear and is like, damn it.
Downside to being human, you must see.
Aedoro, what'd you get?
I got a 12.
12, that's right.
The second is
low.
human too, so she also can't see in the
Yeah,
dark.
I know. We both needed it to see.
Just impale one with it, and then we'll...
I'll just
Throw it
impale
down
it,
the
and
hall.
then it'll pass the glow to that one, right?
That'd be awesome if that's how it worked.
All right, so
You're just light brighting all of them
Yeah.
by poking them?
technically the ghouls have a higher initiative modifier. Oh, no, sorry,
The white?
the Ghast
The
has a
Ghast,
higher
sorry, not a
initiative
white.
modifier, so he's technically going first. He is going to charge in at you guys. He can just get to you, Aedoro.
He's gonna charge me?
He's going to charge you.
All right. He sucks.
He does. And
as we're seeing this, are they all coming down the hall?
they are all charging in your direction.
Okay.
Yes. He is going to try to claw you because that's a better attack. 15 to hit.
Nope. My armor class is 17.
He does not hit you. The ghouls are now descending on you. Unfortunately, they didn't see Dante.
So they're all just going for
They're
me.
all going for you. So
Yikes.
5 of them are going to try to claw you.
I mean, it's like a moth to the flame. There's
That's-
a bright lighted
Well,
spearman.
those were both 2s. That was a 5. I'm not adding my modifier, but I don't have enough to get to your AC with that. That's
that'd have to
3.
be
Unless their
crazy-
modifier is
plus
like a
15?
Yeah, the highest was a 14, and that was the only one that I rolled double digits on. So,
Ooh.
So no.
as they were charging you, you're just blocking them with your spear, and
Yes.
it's super badass. And there's a light on it, so it's like any lightsaber fight where there's the only
You
light
only see
source
the
is
light
the
source.
blade.
Well, I think that the light is actually the reason why they missed is because
Yeah.
they're used to total darkness. So having this blinding thing right in their face is like totally distracting.
Yeah,
because it's a
definitely.
weapon that they're going for, and not actually me.
Yeah, that's true. So, and you're very easy to like distract them and disorient them. So,
As Jay said, moths to the flame. They're like striking the flame and realizing that it's pointy and hurts.
so that was a very disappointing round for them. However, the Ghast does shout, "Get down here!"
Well, that sounds good.
Oh, God.
Good.
And now it's the second's turn.
As she hears that, and she sees that, like, because right away, the second hired these two because she knows that they are good at what they do. She knows Aedoro is good in combat, and as dangerous as Dante might be, he gets the job done. So she knows that these two are good and can particularly handle this situation. When she hears that others are coming, she steps down low and she makes a sigil in front of her and speaks some words under her voice. No one can really hear it, and you see kind of a purple glow ripple out from the sigil she carves in front of her chest, and it ripples out over her body and creates a blade ward. So now it is not my turn anymore because that's all she can do.
Fair enough. And where is she moving? Is she staying back?
She's staying back. She just kind of carved that sigil in front of her in the air, and she's basically kneeling down to keep her cover. So if she attacks, she's going to have some surprise on them.
Got it.
I mean, not a surprise round, but maybe create some disadvantage for them or some advantage.
Sure.
They
Dante-
are thoroughly distracted by me.
Right. There is a person with a light spear fighting off all of them right now.
You don't wear armor, right?
Nope. I'm in a simple black uniform,
Got it.
form-fitting uniform.
I am in just leather armor.
How far away is...
I'd probably be very close to you because we were all moving up together.
Yeah, you
I
two-
was letting you guys lead in front.
They
but-
got the initiative on us, so we didn't really have time to disperse by the time they spotted us.
No, yeah, you guys were having a close conversation. And the only person who was starting to move forward was Aedoro, because you were talking about maybe going in first. You had the glowing spear. So, for all intents and purposes, Dante, you're probably side by side with the second and like 10 feet from Aedoro, but now he's got a bunch of ghouls in front of him.
And aghast.
And a ghast.
So as I'm watching Aedoro fight with his glowing spear, I lean over and I put my hand on the second shoulder, and a glow comes over you,
Okay.
and also myself,
So now you're both glowing.
Sort of, yeah.
and we both gain mage armor.
Nice.
So you have like a little like glimmering armor.
Shimmering like ethereal armor.
What does that
over
give you
my
guys?
body?
Like +1, +2?
+3. Your AC is now 13 plus whatever. instead of
Nice.
10.
So I'm now 16 AC.
And it lasts for
That's
8
helpful.
hours?
Oh wow, that's good.
And it's not concentration.
Nope.
That's very important.
Yeah.
You
And-
guys might have this for this whole heist.
Yeah, I didn't say it before, but Blade Ward until my end of my next turn gives me resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Yeah.
So
That may be things that they have with claws.
exactly, I'm assuming that things are going to now either notice us and/or come in from wherever they're coming from. So
So it's my turn.
Yes.
I'm going to be focusing all of my attacks, because I have 3,
Yeah.
against this douchegast. That's his new name, douchegast.
how did you know my name?
It's Douche.
Wow. Okay. Well, I got. Sorry, no, that was 2. So that's 2 18s and.
Wait, do you crit on 18s?
Not
at your
yet.
level?
Not
no,
at this level.
No, I'm
Damn.
saying total.
Okay.
My
Oh, okay.
totals, I crit on 19s.
Okay.
But I have 2 18s total and 1 15.
All of those will hit the ghast.
All right.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Before your turn begins, the stench of this ghast is so severe, I need you to make a DC... Oh, sorry, not the D... I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Hey, don't make the mistakes that I make.
I know.
Is a 13 enough?
13 is enough.
Okay. Because I have a +10 to Constitution saving throws, and I could re-roll it once per day if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So this is probably not going to affect you.
Fighter.
17. So I dealt him, because I can do math. I dealt him 37 damage.
He had 36 hit points.
Oh God. Wait, was this the leader?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got.
Because I rolled an 8, a 6, and a 7 for my
Wrecked.
damage, and then it's +18 on top of that.
Immediately wrecked.
Wait, what? How did you do so many attacks?
wrecked.
Because I have 3 attacks. I have 2 bonus attacks as a fighter.
At a 12th level fighter,
Hey,
yeah.
he's a fighter. Fighters do this.
The fighters fight.
I
That's
can't
what we do.
it. I feel like I was like, oh man, what can I do? I can.
What can I do now?
So I basically like 1, 2, 3 him. I stab him once, which drops his guard.
Yeah.
And I stab him again in the heart, and while he's reeling, I immediately chop his head off.
Nice.
And
So,
it
yeah.
looks cool because again, your spear is lit up with light.
It like they just see the lightsaber go through his neck. and it's
Like
just
you look like it's almost like if like ghouls or like undead had like a nightmare creature that they hated, it would be something with like a magical glowing spear.
I have given them nightmare fuel.
All right. At the end of the round, a creature appears descending down into view.
From the ceiling window.
From near the ceiling window. About 6 feet in height, but floating, with a large singular center eye and 4 stalks coming off the sides,
Son of a
each
bitch.
with an eye on it. Green,
Good.
leathery, alligator-like skin. And it looks down and babbles something in some language you guys don't understand. But telepathically it says,
You are not welcome.
and it's gonna do some eye rays.
Okay, I didn't plan on this. This was not in the information I got.
Yeah, I feel like our pamphlet was not clear.
Dante just takes the gulps, just like, oh.
It actually first has to make a perception check to see who it sees. It's got disadvantage on
Yep.
Dante. It didn't see either of you. Sorry, Aedoro. Aedoro, 2 beams are coming your way.
He's a fighter. He's fine.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Just 1?
1 for now. And then we'll do the other one in a minute. It's not going to be...
16.
All right. A beam hits you, but you shake it off. Another beam hits you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Now, you're a fighter. Your Constitution's probably bananas.
Yeah. Fucking 27.
Yeah. Okay. So you're fine as these beams blast into you.
Light spear. Yeah.
Shazam. All right. And that is that thing's turn. It has entered the field. Now it is the ghouls, and 5 of them are going to attack Dante. Or not Dante, Aedoro.
5 of them are attacking Dante now.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
All right. So that is 20 on the first.
That hits.
22 on the second.
That hits.
For the first one, it was a crit or just 20 total?
20 total.
And your AC is...
17.
All right, I want to use Bend Luck to make...
Oh, okay.
Because I can do it after you roll, but before it takes effect. So
Yes, you
this is
can.
your point, and I can... it's what, 17?
17.
Okay, so I need to get a 3 or higher.
You need to get a 4 or higher.
3!
That makes it 17.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Which didn't work.
Nice.
So I try. I kind of imagine Bend Luck being kind of like, it's almost like a mini, like, time rewind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like I try and, like, help him dodge out of the way, but I don't do it in time, so you still get hurt.
You're just
So
like
2 of
bending
them hit.
reality. You're just
Yeah.
like,
2 of them
bend
hit.
reality.
2 of them hit. The third one did not. The fourth one definitely does not. And the fifth is a natural 20.
So he crit
Good.
on you. Ouch.
Good. Can he... Oh, no, because he can only, like... Could he have lowered that from a natural 20?
That was his reaction, so he doesn't have another one of those in him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, I mean...
So the first attack is 6 damage.
Okay.
The second attack is also 6 damage.
Okay.
And the third attack, which is the natural 20, is 3 plus 7, 9 damage. I need you to make 3 Constitution saving throws.
Natural 20, 25, and a 16.
You are okay. You feel this sort of poisonish feeling flow through your body, but you are able to shake it off. It starts to lock up your body, but you keep moving.
Oh, not good.
That's not
That,
good.
that would not be great, no. But now it is the second's turn.
The second wants to take a closer look at this floating eye creature. I'm going to roll an Arcana check.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. 20.
You have heard of creatures known as beholders. You know that they are larger than this and that they have more eyes. This is what is known as a spectator. They are summoned creatures that act as guardians. Still not something you should take lightly, though.
No. Do I know anything about like what they fear, what they don't like, what bothers them, what keeps them awake at night?
They are such unknowable creatures.
Okay.
That I would say you do not.
Okay. So again, I see Aedoro and Dante, and I've got the armor on me now thanks to Dante's blessing, essentially. I'm going to instead try to piss off this eyed creature. I'm going to wave my hand just behind the ghouls, and it's going to, from the vision of this creature, it looks like a stone wall just slides up and blocks the path from that creature, from them to us. I'm casting a minor illusion.
All right. It is going to make
It has to make an investigation check against my DC.
Investigation's off intelligence, right?
Yes.
Only a 14 total.
And I'm an 18.
Not
so
enough.
It doesn't know that I just didn't make a wall just block its path.
All right. So it certainly seems to think that the only person here is Aedoro.
No, I put it in front of the... So
I'm sorry.
Because we're all in the hallway, right?
Yes.
Leading up to this room. The ghouls ran down the hallway to come after us.
Yes.
The ghouls are still the back of the ghouls behind them is this eye creature. Basically,
Yeah.
I've separated a wall between us and the eye creature and the ghouls.
Okay. I see. That makes sense.
Yep.
Alrighty. That is your turn.
Who closed the goddamn door?
It's like, ah, shit.
Dante.
She waves as she raises her hand up. Well, her one hand. She then flips the bird as the thing goes up and closes.
So it thinks there's just a big door in front
Yeah,
of
it thinks that the wall has just... Well, it might think that a big wall has come up and blocked its way.
We
and
can see that too.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like I just raised a stone wall.
I'm going to firebolt one of the ghouls.
Alrighty.
So he points his crossbow at one of the ghouls and it starts glowing. Like the red stones start glowing.
Okay.
Kind of in doot, 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 like in order.
Uh-huh.
Like it's charging. And, 18, 27.
Yes, that's going to do the job.
Sweet. And then do I add damage to it?
But it's a cantrip, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think
No, most spells don't actually add a modifier.
6 damage.
6 damage. It has taken that damage.
Oh,
Tickle it.
Cantrips.
Well, the cantrips are
Well,
reliable.
you can cast them at higher levels, is where
Yeah.
they can start doing more
Oh,
damage.
actually, that's a good question.
Oh, right.
You're over 11th level. It's 2 more of those dice.
Oh, that's different. So 15. That's actually, I rolled pretty
Okay,
badly too. So
that is a
that's-
much more significant.
That's still better than 6.
That makes sense. I was like, oh, I only rolled 1? Yeah.
Alrighty,
I'm out of
Aedoro,
practice.
it's your turn.
So I'm going to do my 3 attacks, and I'm going to spread them out.
Okay. Are you putting any of these on the one that's already injured?
One of them is on the one that's already
Okay,
injured,
let me
but,
know which one that is.
Unfortunately, that's the one that probably missed. It's a 12.
That exactly hits.
That exactly hits. All right. And then the other 2 are much higher than that.
Yeah, alright.
No crits. So on the one that's already injured, give him another 14 damage.
That's going to take him out.
And then on the other 2, 16 damage and 15 damage.
Alright, these guys look wrecked.
I would like to make a amendment to my thing that I did, because it can only be a 5-foot cube, and I'm sure this hallway is not only 5 feet. So instead, I made it look like a stone wall appeared in front of like the direct line to shoot us with I-beams and shit.
Okay.
Basically, it thinks I just put a big like a shield, a stone shield in front of us.
Okay. Well, it's its turn. It's going to float up to the wall and move all 4 of its eyes just over
Just
the
over the
top.
little wall, little bastard. I move it up higher.
Yeah, I was going to say, can you just keep it in its face the whole time?
And it is going to fire 2 rays at the second.
What a dick.
Let's see. Which ones do I want to do?
Didn't like that wall.
No, it didn't.
Didn't like it.
Or the bird, I'm assuming.
I'm going to have you make a wisdom saving throw
Mm-hmm.
and a constitution saving throw.
That in the box. My wisdom saving throw was quite low. 9 is probably not going to do it.
Nope.
Bend luck is not worth that. It will not help you.
Nope. And then what else kind of saving throw?
Constitution.
Constitution is not great. Ooh, that's also not going to do it. That's an 8 as well. 9 and an 8.
Okay. From the first ray, you are frightened for 1 minute.
Oh.
But remember, you can repeat that saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Okay.
So just remember that.
'Kay.
Keep
but
it together.
You can't move any close to.
I have to
the
run away
spectator.
until I'm out of sight.
You have to. Well, no, you don't have to run away. But you can't move any closer, and you have disadvantage on attacks as long as you can see it.
Okay. I thought I have to run out of line of sight until I can't see it
There are
anymore.
certain spells that make people do that.
I think you're thinking of Terrify.
Well, it's you can't willingly move closer.
Okay. All
there,
right.
there are like spells that make you have to run away, but
Sure.
but
I can
not-
move a floating wall in front of me.
Yeah.
Then I feel better.
From the other one, you take 16 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Ouch. Jinx.
Damn.
And that is its turn. Now it's the ghouls. There's still 4 of them. So they are. Let's see. You still look pretty hale and hearty.
Yeah.
And
Aedoro give no shits.
they're just gonna focus fire. That's what they do. No, that was so close to maybe a hit, and then it rolled to something crap. 19 is gonna hit you.
Yes.
And an 18, which is
That's
also gonna
perfect.
hit.
On the 18, I'm going to try bend luck again.
Alrighty.
2, just enough.
That is just enough.
So
Alrighty.
it like bites you, and then it like you.
These are all
like,
claws,
wait,
actually.
Oh, so the claw swipes him and like draws blood, and then all of a sudden it backtracks.
Rewinds, and
Rewinds for, like,
suddenly
a split second,
It's
and
just
then,
confused.
and then Aedoro, like the second time it swipes, Aedoro's out of the way.
Yeah, he just ducks his belly just enough out of the way that it doesn't cut in.
So the one that did hit me.
Yep, that is 7 damage.
Okay.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That puts me at exactly 100 hit points. Is 23 enough?
Let me double check. Yes, you're fine and a monster. Alrighty, it's the second's turn.
See, that's the thing, though, is that I have great strength and constitution saving throws. My dexterity is okay. Everything else is complete shit.
Toilet water.
Like, I have a -2 to charisma checks.
Yeah.
If somebody tries to charm me, I'm like fucked, basically.
All right. So I'm going to try to put some hits into this this crazy-eyed bastard. I'm going to essentially, let's see, how many ghouls are left?
4.
4.
2 are badly damaged.
Yeah.
Okay. The second basically ducks down below line of sight of the eyes behind her minor illusion, so she won't have disadvantage because she can't see it. and then she's going to reach her left hand up behind her hair and pluck the crystal hairpin out. Her blonde hair floats down, and she whips it out in front of her, and she points at the ghouls and unleashes an eldritch blast.
Alrighty.
And as she does, it fires off 3 different blasts because she always casts it at that higher level.
Are you aiming all at the same one, or
No, I'm splitting them between 3 different ghouls.
So you're going for the 2 that are already damaged?
What?
What did you just pull like a magical item out of your hair?
Yeah, it's my hairpin.
And then like all your
And
hair
then my
fell
blonde
down.
hair fell
in,
down.
Like, in like this like sexy motion. You're just like whoosh, and your hair like
think of it like
blowing
very
in the
slow
wind,
motion, like
slow
dips
motion
down.
falls- Yeah.
Like basically she dips down to the ground out of line of sight, like knees close to the ground, in one fluid motion whips the crystal hairpin out, and you can see it more clearly. It kind of looks closer to like a rod, like a smaller, detailed, fully crystal rod, and just points it straight ahead, and you just see a purple beam of light ripple out of the front of her
And then it zooms
rod.
in on you, and there's like a weird anime background.
Oh, yeah.
Up on your face.
Are you focusing, because you have 2 that are badly injured and 2 that are not. Which
I'm gonna hit 2 that are badly injured and 1 that isn't yet.
Got it. Okay.
So basically split them into
Yeah.
3 different ones. So on the one that's badly injured, one of them, I have a plus 10, so that's 15 to hit.
15 hits.
All right, on the other one that's badly hurt, that definitely hits if the other one does, a 22.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one, the one that isn't hurt, yeah, that's 26.
Okay.
So basically on the one that's first hurt, that is where is it? It's a D10. D10 plus 4, because I have
Agonizing blast.
Agonizing Blast. So that is 12 damage on the one that's hurt.
That will destroy the first one.
That is going to be 13 damage on the other one that's hurt.
Check that one off the list.
And finally, the one that hasn't been taking any damage is 9.
All right, fair enough.
So basically, the first 2 blasts just completely eviscerate the 2 front ghouls, and then the other one hits the one behind it.
Got it. Okay. That brings us to Dante.
So there's only 1 ghoul left.
2 ghouls.
There's 2 ghouls left.
One that's wounded, one that's not.
All right. So I'm gonna do firebolt again.
Oh, at the end of my turn, I see if I'm no longer
Yes,
frightened.
thank you. I was about to say.
Nope, I'm definitely still frightened. But I'm feeling cool.
So I'm gonna use firebolt again, but I'm gonna do twin spell so I can shoot it twice.
Okay.
So as I pull my crossbow up, I hit a button and like it kind of like splits into 2 different directions.
That's awesome.
And then do I have to roll for both?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could give yourself advantage.
Let's see what happens. Yeah.
You want to do it? Give yourself advantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't. Okay, so I mean,
Oh,
26 for one of them.
26 will hit.
Yeah, that one is way worse. So 21. Oh, almost a crit. Never mind. So it's just 21. So 21, 26. They both hit.
All right. Yeah, they both hit.
All right. So let's do all of these lots of dice. So the first one takes 3. Oh my god, such terrible rolls.
6 damage to the first one.
I rolled a 3, a 2, and a 1.
Nice.
So 6 damage
You know, it's looking rough.
for the one that's hurt more, and then the other one will take 10.
Nice.
19. 23. So
It
that's
had,
way better.
It had 22 hit points, so the second one is destroyed.
Nice.
I need you to roll percentile dice twice.
Wild magic.
Now, ordinarily in the book, you can only give yourself advantage on one attack, and you can't do it again until the other. I don't care. I'm letting you do it for both because I'm having you roll both twice in a row.
Wild magic, baby.
I love wild magic, and I think it's super fun that you brought a wild magic sorcerer to a heist.
46.
I mean, the second
Okay.
knew what she was doing. She just
All right, and go ahead and roll the other one for me as well.
she thought the benefits would weigh out.
68.
46
oh
and
god,
68.
what's happening now?
Okay, 2 things happen simultaneously. The first is that you immediately begin to levitate.
As I'm shooting lots of firebolts and
Yeah.
start floating in the air.
You immediately levitate.
This is getting really, really anime right now.
It's getting real anime up in here.
Which, by the way, lasts for 10 minutes.
Oh, cool. And I can't
The
stop it. I'm just-
animating
I'm
of it
just
is what
gonna
lasts for
float.
10 minutes.
And then you turn to the closest person to you, which is the second,
Uh-oh.
and she immediately fills you with terror.
oh no!
And you are considered frightened by the second.
So you can't move closer to her.
And you have disadvantage as long as she's adjacent to you. Or as long as you can see her.
Oh.
There's a lot of
My
fear
science.
flying fast and loose in this adventure so far.
You're afraid of the
I'm afraid of the eye creature.
beholder, and I just spent so much of my magic that I'm now looking at how frightened you are, and I'm afraid.
Yeah.
By the way, that's going to last until the end of your next turn. It's not a save
Okay.
ends. So,
So you're just scared of me for a turn.
I have a question.
yes.
Disengage costs an action, but I have 2 extra attacks.
Those would be considered part of your action still.
They would be considered part of my action.
Yeah.
I want to do something cool. Everybody's going anime. So I am going to disengage.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Screw this guy. I'm just going to leave and give him an opportunity attack.
Okay. He'll take a shot.
Aedoro don't care.
Natural 1.
Okay. Yeah.
He stabs himself in the eye.
So he swings at you, but you're already in the air, and
So-
it looks up at you.
So I think my companions may not have known fully about like like they've never seen me use my gear in action. They know I have it, but I just start doing steps into the air and going up to the beholder.
Okay.
So
So you
So
pass,
just going over the wall.
or do you pass through the illusion of the wall?
I'm going straight through the illusion into this.
He's like, oh, fuck,
motherfucker."
that was fake.
Well, he can't see the spear coming, right? 'Cause
No.
So
The illusion is blocking it.
so I am immediately I'm literally like stepping like there are steps, but I'm just in the air now up at this thing because I'm assuming it's still like 30 feet off the ground.
yeah, it hasn't moved. It's
Well,
right.
not
it
30
is-
feet. The hall's not that big.
No, because it's in the circle place.
But
with
it's
the
but it's at
ceiling.
the but it's a, right. It's like 6 feet off the ground.
Oh, it's only 6 feet.
That's what I was going to say. This hall is not that.
All right. Well,
it's not
I'm
huge.
I'm in
But it
the
is
air
also
still.
right up against this fake wall. So,
So
like
all right.
the minute you pass through, it's gonna just
3 spears going right into its face, right through the wall. I'm aiming at the big eye.
Go for the eye.
Go for. There are many.
aim for the eye.
Go for the 3 glowing red points on it. Go for that.
Always aim for the glowing
Go
stuff.
for
in
the
this
glowing balls on it.
place. Okay, so that's a 16,
16 will hit.
and 2 that are much higher.
Okay.
No crits though. Still no crits yet. Damn.
Soon. Eventually.
Soon. 27 damage.
Oof. He's not dead, but boy, did that hurt.
Wow.
Aedoro, go ahead and make 2 wisdom saving throws.
All right, it's my best saving throw.
Best stat?
Natural 20
Okay.
Jeez.
and a 10.
10 is not enough.
Not usually.
I'm going to re-roll that.
Uh huh. Indomitable.
Indomitable, and it's a 14.
Just enough. Oh, actually, 13 would have been fine. But
Okay.
yeah, you
So-
managed to resist as there's a brief moment of confusion that fades, and there's a brief moment of fear that fades. But
This
then-
thing is like, damn it.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm
So-
guessing the minor illusion is gone because I've stabbed
minor
through
illusion
it.
is gone at this point, or it's translucent.
It's not translucent.
Yeah.
It was very real until you came through it, and then I realized like, oh, it's an illusion. I'm getting stabbed.
Yep. The ghoul is going to attack. Let's say the person who just shot it with a laser beam.
What?
And that would be the second. And that is an 18 on the die.
Ah,
so,
that'll hit me.
Yeah, 8 damage.
8 damage. All right.
And that is its turn. Second, it is you.
Does he have to take a Constitution saving throw?
He does. Thank you for the reminder.
Oh, Constitution.
Or she does. I'm sorry. The second.
She does.
The second takes a Constitution saving throw and gets a 21. Pretty sure that's good.
That's good.
Oh yeah.
You good?
Can't fail all of my rolls.
Well, you're also a warlock, so you're gonna have good Constitution. So.
Not necessarily. She doesn't have the best Constitution.
Oh, because you're charisma based.
Yeah. And she actually gets her proficiency is in wisdom and charisma, not constitution.
I gotcha.
All right, so the second now has this ghoul right in front of her. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. How to dispatch with? Let's keep it classic. Let's keep it classy. Let's Eldritch Blast this thing.
You will have disadvantage because it's right in front of you.
Because it is right in front of me. That's right. Yeah, because if I use any kind of ranged, even
You will also have disadvantage because
even chill touch.
You
Oh,
can
because
see
now
the
you can see the
beholder.
beholder and it's frightened. So
Yeah.
it's sort of moot at this point.
Oh, because the illusion's translucent, I guess.
So now that you can see it again,
Oh, I guess
you do have disadvantage.
So I'll have disadvantage no matter what way you slice it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do Eldritch Blast. So I'm gonna point my crystal rod just right in front of its face,
hand shaking,
Yeah.
uncontrollably.
and just this like gaping maw of like teeth and gross tongue, and just hit it in the face with some laser blast. First one, lowest is a 18.
Yeah, that's still fine.
Second is a 12.
Uh-huh.
That's going to hit?
Yeah, yes, it will.
Oh, wow. Okay. Lowest is also a 19.
Yeah.
Okay. So all three hit it, and that's going to be a total of 10, 13,
I mean, look,
plus
it
12.
It has 7 hit points left.
27.
So, yeah.
So its entire upper body is just gone.
Yeah, vaporizes.
Yeah,
the top.
the rod goes the crystal rod right in front of its face, and just like purple energy, just like the ghoul's like, and it just blows its entire face
You
off.
didn't realize you set it to wide and not narrow.
Oh, yeah,
It
yeah.
just went in the entire upper half.
Like a shotgun, it Eldritch Blast blew its whole head off, basically.
Dante.
There's just the beholder left.
Oh, unless second, did you want to move at all? You can't move closer.
I can't move closer. I will. Well, I'm already ducking, and the thing's translucent. I will. No, I'm going to stay right where I am. At the end of my turn, I will see if I can not be scared.
Uh-huh.
It is a wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw. Man, I can't. That's a natural one. I'm still very scared of this.
This is a real beholder.
This is
a real one.
I think this is the word.
It's no, you were wrong. It's a fucking no, fuck. It's a real fucking beholder.
This is actually
goddamn.
That's
It's
what
not a
I'm.
beholder, it's a spectator.
That's what I'm hearing her like say right now. Like, well, I'm scared and I'm floating and I'm confused. So like I feel like right now I'm like floating like upside down. Like I'm just like all discombobulated and I'm just looking at her face,
Screaming?
and she's like screaming and terrified, and her eyes are
And
like
you're
red,
screaming terrified?
and I'm screaming in your face like ah! I just close my eyes and just point my thing and just shoot a firebolt, hoping that it gets somewhere. And I have disadvantage. So
Wait, are you firing it at me?
I just close my eyes and point and shoot.
Oh, okay.
because I am also in the path of the
No. Oh, you mean where the spectator? I don't know where Dante's shooting this fireball.
It's not a fireball, firebolt.
Oh, okay.
Who are you shooting it at?
The beholder.
Okay. You have
spectator?
disadvantage unless you'd like to give yourself advantage
And
and
cancel it
neutral it
out.
out.
Also, I'm in the way.
It's just a firebolt.
It's a firebolt. It should be fine.
Okay. I'm just saying because like my body is like in front of the.
Hey, if you want me to maybe accidentally hit you with it instead,
I'm
willing.
just trying to be cinematic.
And that's why I'm
Depends
closing
on depends on the disadvantage.
I'm closing my eyes.
Are you
Um.
want to give yourself advantage?
Yeah. Okay.
Just
one more
net it
time.
out to
Net it out
nothing?
to just
Go ahead and
whatever.
put 2d10s in your hand as well and just roll them all at once. Well, you're a percentile dice.
Oh, right. Okay. That's what you mean. Wow. Okay. Well, that's a 28, so that hits the.
It hits the
beholder.
creature.
And I got the 0, 0, and 3. So I don't know. Does that mean
That's
just
a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Is he a
Oh,
potted
I think the earlier ones
Oh,
are bad.
yeah, that they are. The low ones are bad.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh, God.
And then I'll tell you what happens.
13 damage. Oh, God.
Oh. You destroy the spectator
Oh.
with your firebolt. And as you do, your eyes flash and you look around and there's nothing invisible around you, but you know that if there were, you'd be able to see it right
Oh,
now.
I can see invisible things.
That's awesome.
How long does that last?
For the next minute.
Oh, okay.
So not very long.
We're in the Matrix. You see ones and zeros.
How long am I floating? Do I just
So
fall now?
do his
10
eyes
minutes.
did his
Oh, I'm
eyes
still
just
floating.
become like headlights? Just like dong. He's like freaking Janusz Poha in fucking Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters 2?
Or it's like Smaug in the 2D animated one where it's like headlight beams. No, I think it's just like a little faint glow.
Oh.
So luckily the spectator is destroyed before I lose my freaking mind, I guess, at this thing. It's terrifying me.
And at this point, your fear of
Yeah.
the second ends as well.
I
I
stopped screaming.
I float to the ground. I only actually used like
6 seconds,
6 seconds of
yeah.
my floating.
I'm still like in like just twirling in air. Like I don't understand what's happening.
So guys, what was up with all the screaming? Screaming was kind of weird.
I don't know. She just scared me for some reason.
That creature was
Can someone help me
terrifying.
I actually was kind of lame. I was expecting more from it. It didn't really do anything.
Well, I'm glad you felt that way. She's patting the dust and things off of her uniform, and she whips her blonde hair back up into a bun and holds it with the crystal rod.
Which is majestic in the way she does it because she only has one arm. So
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
she like whoosh, in one flip motion, kind of like think of it like a fork
twirling
in spaghetti,
spaghetti.
just like flipping it right up and knotting it easily with one hand.
I'm just floating upside down in front of you.
Yeah.
So like my face is
Dante,
at your
can
face?
Dante, can you come down, please?
I can't.
Just
I literally can't for a little while. I
She
don't know
left
how
hand
long.
grabs you by the shirt and just pulls you down towards the ground.
But I'm still like, I'm tugging on your arm because I'm still levitating.
And now it's like you're holding a Dante balloon.
Here's the
dragging
funny
you
thing.
through the halls.
I'm gonna go ahead and read levitation for you. Concentration up to 10 minutes, but since it's a wild magic
Yeah.
thing, it's not a concentration. It's just 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You rise up to 20 feet. You remain suspended there for the duration. You can only move by pushing or pulling against a fixed object or surface within reach, such as a wall or ceiling.
So exactly like a Dante balloon.
Yeah.
Which allows you to move as if you were climbing. You can change your altitude by up to 20 feet in either direction on your turn. That would be part of your movement.
Yeah.
So basically, we're walking, and the second
And then-
grabs the bottom of Dante, and is just pulling you through the hallway as you're just floating there.
And
First you flip me right side up and then just drag me.
just so we're aware, when the spell ends, you will float gently to the ground as if still aloft.
So no comical falls.
No, which is a bummer, but it's fine.
Yeah, just plop.
And Aedoro, how were you able to scale the air like you did?
That's the thing I told you about. That's how I was gonna fly into the castle. I have these.
You were saying you could fly into the castle. I thought you were just being overly...
No, that's these winged boots. The wings are literal. Like they give me flight.
Oh,
for
wow,
sure.
you're right. Those literally have wings on them. Okay. Well, that's certainly interesting. Dante, how long are you going to be like this?
I don't know.
Oh, that's great.
Just don't let go.
Yeah, it looks very nice with your Dante balloon there.
Yes, this is certainly not how I planned this to start, but as long as we can get the ledger and get out, I think we'll be all right.
All right, so I think we should keep moving.
You were aware of my condition before.
Yes,
hired me.
yes, I just...
Doesn't always
I
happen.
heard so many good things that I also... It doesn't matter.
At least
Look-
he's not blue anymore.
What? What do you mean?
Let's not talk about those days.
All right.
He had his blue period. It
a
was
blue period.
Yes.
My God. Okay, well, so she just starts dragging Dante down the hall like a balloon. For a moment, as if we take a breather in this hallway, she's gonna step aside, like leave you floating there for a second. She's going to kind of run her hand across certain points where she was hit by different beams and ghouls, and press into her skin, and almost as if you'd see someone working with like chakra or pressure points. And she is going to use some hit dice and regain some health.
I am going to as well.
So short rest?
I am going to a short rest. I'm going to be in a meditating position.
After about 10 minutes into your short rest, Dante gently lowers to the ground.
Oh, there you are. Perfect.
That's so much
You should
better.
take note of how long that lasts. 2, so 6, 7. That's 13.
I
use one more.
I got 22 back.
And how many did you spend?
I spent 3.
Okay.
So I just used 18, or I got 18 back. I used 3 hit dice. So I'm back up to 79.
I didn't even get hit.
That must have been nice.
You were screaming uncontrollably at the second.
Yes,
though, for a
what
second
happened there?
Your eyes just turned evil, and you were screaming at me, so I started screaming back.
I wasn't screaming at you. I was screaming at the floating eye creature.
Look, a lot of confusing things happened. I was floating upside down. I didn't get it. It was weird.
All right. So we make our way around the rest of the fortress. Is there like a back area here? Or like do we see any other creatures as we're walking around?
As you're walking through, it seems like most of them were drawn to that area.
Okay.
So that seemed to be the focal point.
So when we get, are there any windows to look out behind this fortress?
No.
Okay.
Not until you reach the outside.
So I assume we make our way down and out of the fortress to the back area. As we're creeping out there, can we kind of do a perception to see if we see anybody like waiting back there? Or
Sure. As you step outside, you enter this area. It's very much as you left the world, which was this... You were in an area in a little shallow valley. There was a green field just in the area you were, and a little bit of a rocky mountain cliffside leading up behind you. Where you are now, the ground seems like blasted dry. There are some tufts of grass, but it is very, very unhealthy looking grass. The mountain looms up behind you, and this mist sort of rolls across the ground at your feet as you're looking around and taking in the gray sky. And as you look up, floating over the valley, sort of making its way through this area where you expected it to be based on the silhouette that you saw in the material world, you see about 1,000 feet off the ground this large rock, about 500 feet up from that, at the top of this rock, you can see spires and a castle wall. Quietus Keep hangs in the air above you. As you step into the Shadowfell proper and look around, you are taking in this world for the first time.
I've determined I do not like this place.
I would like you all to make a wisdom saving throw.
10?
Okay.
14 for the second.
Okay.
Ooh, 20.
Okay. This sort of oppressive gloom hangs over you, but mostly you just fix your eyes to that castle, knowing that that is your quarry.
All right, let's take some stock and look around. We had intel that there might be giant vultures here kept in pens. Do we see any when we look around?
Make perception checks as you're sort of wandering the area.
Surveying the area.
Mm-hmm.
Not good.
Thank God I have advantage. 11.
Okay.
It's not great. It would have been a natural one otherwise.
4.
9.
Okay. The 11's actually fine. You can see that there's some movement and you hear some activity at the top of the fortress itself. You go up around the outside and tethered to the ceiling, essentially, to the roof. There is a giant vulture wearing a sort of black harness with stirrups and things.
Other guards?
Not in this area, no.
All right, Dante, this is you.
Do your stuff, man.
Make friends with it.
As we approach it, it's way bigger than we originally thought it was going to be.
Is there...
Yeah, it's about the size of an elephant.
Yeah.
Ooh. Is there anything else? There's just like one little or giant vulture.
one little giant vulture.
There's no other guards, like anything? That I
No,
can
not
see?
in this area.
All right, well, I'm going to sneak up to it anyway.
You also theorize perhaps that some of the enemies may have come through when you guys were first entering the fortress.
I like to think about what your animal training teacher was like. Now, in order to earn the animal's trust, you want to sneak upon it, terrorize it, and then befriend it in its fear.
No, I'm not sneaking up to, like, scare it. I'm sneaking so that I don't want anyone to see me.
Oh,
In case
okay.
there could be something else around.
There could be. We rolled very poorly on our perception.
Natural 20.
Oh, your sneak?
Yeah,
Because he has advantage on
Yeah.
sneak.
Okay.
On stealth.
with that elven cloak thing. Okay, so I approach it. I get close enough that it can see me. But I'm trying to stay away from, like, any other...
Staying away from the edges of the walls. Yeah.
And then...
Hey, birdie.
see if I can do some animal handling. I go up and I, like, gently try and, like, touch its beak.
Okay.
Let's see what it does. 14 animal handling. Not good for a giant vulture, I imagine.
I mean, who knows? Maybe they're like the dogs of the Shadowfell. Like, they really make friends really fast.
I just go, hi there.
I'm going to roll off against it.
Okay. This could be interesting.
Now I'm going to roll its attack against you.
Oh,
Shit.
Technically it has multi-attack.
God.
What did it roll for the first one?
Well, they both hit.
What are they?
19 was the first.
Okay, I'm going to use bend luck.
Okay.
And now it only gets 17, which is one less than what I am currently.
Nice.
With my mage armor.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mage armor. The other one was a 23.
Yeah, that hits.
So,
What kind of attacks are they?
just with its beak.
Okay, so the first bite, like, gets me.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
Do a quick rewind, and then it bites me again.
Yeah, actually, no. The second... Yeah, they're both with its bike.
I'll try this again.
Its bike?
It's bike. Yes, I was really hoping no one would notice that. 7 damage to Aedoro.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I cast something where you take all the damage.
It's called Pariah.
No, 7 damage as it bites into your arm.
I go, oh, can I?
You're not doing it well.
Can I quickly do message?
Sure.
Sure.
For this? It didn't work.
I like that you whispered. You're whispering in your mind.
Why is he? I look at.
I'm currently in pain.
I look at the second. Why is he telepathically whispering to us?
I don't know.
I'm only whispering to.
Is message a cantrip?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm only whispering to one person, right? I can only do it to one.
Only to one target.
Yes,
Yeah.
I imagine I'm whispering to the second who's in charge.
It doesn't. You can't do it to more the higher level you are.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how's it going? How's he doing?
He's not doing well. I think it bit him.
All right, I'm gonna.
You see him like holding his arm and like blood is starting to
All
drip
right,
from
so
the-
I walk up to this vulture, not stealthily. I just walk straight up to it.
I need you to make it with disadvantage because it's now hostile towards
Okay.
your ally.
Can I bonk it on the nose?
As animal handling? I mean, you can certainly make an attack against this creature.
We'll see how. Actually, well, I was with disadvantage. I still got a 14.
14's what he got last time.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's not good enough?
It now bites you.
Not super duper great.
I go up, go, hey there, ow! You come up, hey there, ow!
That was more like, hey there, you stupid bird.
The 17 won't hit, but the natural 18...
17 hits me.
7.
Sorry.
The 7 on the die. So I can't get it to your armor class. But the 22 will hit you. 9 damage as it bites you.
Ouch.
And it actually wants to use its talons against you, but it is still tied to the ground by
Stupid
this
goddamn
chain. So it actually can't like use its talons, so it has to just keep biting at you.
Maybe we should just jump on the bird.
He said out loud to the allies.
Yes, I did. I said that out loud.
So, the second walks up to the bird. Both Aedoro and Dante, you can't really see it that well, but you see my shadow start to stretch out from underneath me, and it looks like it almost separates itself from me. You can't really tell why, and you see it getting closer and closer to the giant vulture. The giant vulture, I would assume, real quick. Mm-hmm. Read that very bottom there. It starts to get a deep sense of dread.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That something is creeping up around it that it can't see. And the idea is that I'm trying to make it seem that it is coming from myself in a certain way. You see something leave my shadow and go towards it, and the vulture starts to freak out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it
I'm
does.
going to use this as I'm going to do an intimidation check to try to assist in an animal handling. So essentially scare it into submission, like kind of like stop it, like essentially.
I will say that ordinarily you would have disadvantage, but the shadow effect that you were doing gives you advantage, so it's just a straight roll.
Straight roll.
Quick question. Mm-hmm. Can you normally do an intimidation on like an animal, or is it usually just like something?
You can
like
intimidate.
Yeah.
Certainly, you can try.
Could you do persuasion and stuff?
That would be tougher.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a 21.
Okay. This creature, you get the sense that this is probably a creature that was trained through fear and intimidation, so this is perhaps an approach that it is more familiar with.
Okay. So, the second basically walks up and it starts to get uncomfortable, feeling something is around it that it can't see. And in a booming voice, the second says, "Down!" And what does the vulture do?
The vulture doesn't bow, but it certainly poses itself a little more stoically.
Okay.
A little bit more... It's not freaking out as much.
Okay. Basically, the second walks even a little bit closer. You will behave yourself. Can't understand what the second's saying, but
No.
it can
But there's a
probably
tone
on
here.
the tone and context. The second turns to Dante and nods again as if to try one more time with your animal handling.
It's just a straight roll.
All right. That is one better. 15.
15's the target. This is a moderate difficulty.
Just made it.
15 was the goal. It does allow you to touch its flesh. Not the most pleasant sensation. But it is no longer bucking your attempts.
Oh, that's good.
All right, why don't you guys climb on board and then cast invisibility and let's get up there.
So I touch its head and make it like sit down, and then I jump
It,
on
it
its
lowers
back.
enough for you to get on.
I reach my left hand up for you to grasp it and pull me up on behind you. So the second whips up behind on the seat.
Strength check.
You call your shadow back to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
It floats up. You see whatever looked separated rejoined me and hopped up back on the seat with the bird.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a saddle and like a...
There is a saddle. There's a bridle.
Now, have you ever flown
Or
one
no,
of
not a
these?
bridle, because that would be hooked to its mouth, which is super far away. So it's just the steering is through the harness.
Never flown a vulture, but I mean, how hard can it be?
All right, keep it steady. Keep it steady.
I just say
It
yeah.
starts
and
to fly away and then snags against the chain and just starts flapping frantically. I need you guys to make dexterity saving
Oh,
throws.
damn it. I didn't know it was going to happen right away.
I forgot about the
We're going
chain.
to blast that chain. I didn't forget about the chain.
Wow, my dexterity is
11.
Aedoro's just shaking his head like I was just
23.
about to remove the chain.
11, 23, you guys are fine. You guys managed to hold on.
So
You hold on firmly, and I held on to your shirt.
The creature is now flying sort of around the ceiling, around the roof rather.
I cut the chain.
Make a attack roll.
Someone cut the chains. I forgot. I imagine like you almost fall and I grab you.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
"Oh."
I mean, what do I need to hit?
What'd you get?
Wow, I'm really
I got
not
a
helping.
12, an 11, and a 20 something.
Altogether, that will be enough. As you strike, the third strike, you are able to break it free. I don't need you to worry about damage. It's just doing...
Okay.
I know, because I know your damage modifiers and
Yeah.
what kind of dice you roll. After the 3 strikes, you snap the chain free. The creature reels a bit and rights itself and is flapping in the air.
All right.
And then you join us in the air,
I
right?
immediately just start like just flying straight up to you.
Okay.
like-
How close is this castle, this floating castle from us?
Boulder it's on is 1,000 feet off the ground and probably about a mile away in terms of just distance. It is still moving. It is gently floating through this
If you are
valley.
flying on a giant vulture and you're heading towards a city that's 1,000 feet in the air and you are moving at 60 miles per hour, how long until you reach?
The vulture has a fly speed of 60 and the castle's not moving very quickly. So
Okay.
you'll probably reach it after about 20 minutes.
Okay. So I'm going to wait to cast invisibility till we get closer because
obviously.
invisibility only gives us an hour.
I thought it was right above us, so that's fine. So I just a normal dude just flying
Just
through the
flying
air.
Peter Pan style.
I just turned back to the second. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
And because, sorry to interrupt, because it's my normal move speed is 30 and this thing's moving 60, I can run while flying because it's just my move speed.
Yeah, if you guys don't fly as quickly, if you guys just if it doesn't double dash, if it just flies at a
we're just
normal-
keeping with 60 so he can dash, so
Yeah,
we're keeping it
yeah.
even speed.
that's fine then.
Like
just
freaking
flying through the air.
Superman. This is getting so anime.
Now go to this flying castle.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode. We'll be back next week with part 2 of our very special interlude. This episode included music by Kevin MacLeod of Incomptech.com. You can find the track listing and credits in the show notes. Photos and character art can be found in the show notes on partialarc.com. And while you're there, why not check out some of our other podcasts, including Roll the Seas, where myself and Andrew Dickinger discuss the absolute madness of Warhammer 40k. If you have any questions about the show, you can email us at FridayNightQuests@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all under the handle Partial Arc. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the battlefield.
Yeah, I'm gonna loot the body.
So, how much experience do we get?
Well, now we have a skeleton army, so that's pretty neat.